I think I need to start logging everything I do every day, because you wouldn't even believe it. Somebody shot some BB gun in a wall. Had to patch that. Some animal was going down 40. Ran over here and was hiding. Couple guys followed him and rescued him. Called the Humane Society. They showed up within 5 minutes. But when a baby's not breathing, it takes them 30 minutes to get here. You know, the ambulance takes 30 minutes. The Humane Society is like in 5 minutes. Ridiculous. And if you look at the data points, and when the baby wasn't breathing, the ambulance people, they just walked out real slow, like nothing was going on. But when the dog was sitting there bleeding, the guy got out of the truck. So he got out real fast, you know, grabbed his equipment. The whole system's upside down. I could go on. I could probably talk about the convoluted system for like 3 hours straight. If I took on a piece of paper and thought about it all day and just wrote down stuff I've seen. You think those are real clouds? You think those are natural clouds? I mean, you know. It is a trip. And an average person, you talk to them, and most people are just lazy. Tell your GF, I gotta sleep, I'm tired. What's wrong with you? Get up now. Quit being a wimp. Go. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I need to sleep. It's like being in boot camp. I mean, I could drive right here in the next 5 minutes and see craziness. Everybody's about selfish. Me. They don't really consider the other person. Listen, let me tell you something. This system is the flesh. King of Tyre is king of Tyre. Tyre is Tare. King of Tyre, the flesh. So your flesh, mind, has a king, the devil. And the only way you're going to escape it is get born again and get reborn and walk in the Spirit. And the only way you're going to see through this thing is rightly divide the word of truth, and hopefully you can see some code. It's right in front of you, one way, black, white, and red. There's the blood of his cross right there. When you can see that everything in front of you points to Jesus and the cross, you might be able to escape the flesh mind. What happens with the code, when a person sees the code, they can look at this place from the outside in. You can see the spiritual side of stuff with the code. Code is codex. Codex is book. Book goes back to the Bible, biblio. And so you take the word and you see past the flesh mind. I've studied 40,000 preachers in my lifetime. And most of them still were not in the spirit mind because they didn't see the code. And you might say, what is the code? What is the spirit mind? If you don't know what the spirit mind is and you don't know what the code is, why are you listening? Because I'm not going to quit talking about it. I'm not going to quit talking about it. Like the word encore. Break it into its parts, E-N, core. And then break that down. The letter E, the letter N, C-O-R-E. Do the anagram and you'll see deep truth. Everything is encoded, pointing back to the cross, the flesh versus the spirit. 666. Okay, Revelation. Let me tell you what Revelation is saying. Count up the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, 666. Who is that? It's you. Your flesh mind. You created the system. And notice everything in the system fails. The money system falls. The bank system falls. Marriage is 70% divorce rate. Everything that man does falls apart. And notice everything that man does, he builds it from the outside in. But God's creation, he builds it from the inside out. So a tree grows from the inside out. Grass grows from the inside out. The human body grows from the inside out. But what man builds is from the outside in. That in itself should tell you something, a big object lesson. But you're so distracted with the cares of this life, you'll never even think about that. You don't care about any same deep thought. You can't sit in your room for 8 hours and meditate on anything deep because you got to always be going. And you want everybody else to be like you. Keep going. Instead of being still and know that I am, you got to always be going somewhere, running here, running there. Because you're running on a program, and the daemon program in the computer is always running. The daemon computer program is always running in the background, so your mind is running, your feet are running. You can't just sit still. You got to be doing this, going here, doing this, doing this, going here, doing this, thinking this, saying this, meditating on it, think about this, go here, travel, move, never content. Move this here. What you're really doing in life, here's what you're doing. You're moving this here, you're moving it here, you're moving it here. Everything you're doing is you're moving your body, you're moving your money, you're moving your food, you're traveling, you're moving, everything's just moving. Move this box here, Amazon box here. Look at all the movement. It's always just moving something. It could be your money, your body, your mind. You just never just still. That's abnormal. You're abnormal if you can't be still, you're abnormal. Look at that tree. That tree's just still. Look at that sign. It's still. Be still and know that I am. If you can't sit down and be still and still your mind and still your thoughts, STILL, if you can't be still and just calm your thoughts down and just meditate on something and just stay on it for a while, it's abnormal. Okay? Look at that sign. 357 is green, 277 is red. Green and red. Now, you'll see green and red all over the place. And you can ask yourself, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? It has a meaning. It has a deeper meaning. Everything has a deeper meaning. You think that God created this without it being a deeper meaning? You think God would create anything just to have one little dimensional meaning to it? Really? There it is, green and red over there. You see it in the investing apps, green and red, green and red, green and red. So when you see the code, you see outside the 3D realm. You see outside the natural realm. And you can look at yourself from the outside in and say, okay, what script am I playing? What role am I playing? Where am I at in my lifelong role, script, play, movie, video game, dream? It's like a dream life. Your life is a vapor. Where are you in it? You've gone crazy, books. No, I hadn't. I got a right mind. I got a shot of the truth outside of 3D. And you don't even think it's important. Everything I'm telling you is so important, it would change your life. If you just studied etymology and broke the words into parts for 2 years, you would eventually see it's a hologram. This is all a hologram. Every moment is the now. It's already been. There's nothing new. The same personalities show up in your world. It's just a repeat. You played the game 1,000 times. You think that, so what's that, Wayfair? Is that a website where you can buy stuff? You think they're any different than Amazon? They're the same. You think that car is any different than that car? No. 4 wheels, same engine, same transmission. You think electric cars are new? No. They used to have them 100 years ago. You think that bank's any different than that bank up there? It has a different name, but it's the same system. Same banking system. It's all a big fat facade. And so you're going around the mountain, around the mountain, around the mountain every day. You think you're going somewhere and you're not even going anywhere. That's what's weird about it. You're not even going anywhere. You think you're getting somewhere and doing something. The code or the codex is outside of the natural. And so when you see the code or the codex, which tells you if there's code here, and it is, and this word code is codex, is a book, that means you're in a book. So you're in a cartoon. Just like you could say and write you imagine this is a scroll, and you just write on each scroll page and roll it. You write you a book. What do you think God did? This is a scroll. This is your life. And then when it goes away, there's another person coming behind you. Their life is written. It goes away. You're going to be judged for things done in the body. The code or codex book is right in front of you. You're in it. Not only are you in it, it's your body. When you look at that car, you're looking at yourself. What is that car? It's a ship. What is your body? It's a ship. What are they doing with that car? Traveling. What are you doing with your body? Travailing in birth pain. Traveling. As you walk, you travel. Travail in birth pains till Christ be formed in you. Then you don't need a teacher. When you look at an ink pen, you're looking at yourself. What are you talking about? Well, the ink pen is to write a story, right? So you're writing a story of your life every time you get up out of bed and walk and work and do whatever. You're writing a story. God is writing a story on the tablet of your heart. Paul says, I'm writing on the tablet of your heart. All his epistles. It's all a storyline. And the reason you're all mad and upset and bitter and unforgiveness and all that, because you're in the flesh mind. You haven't entered into the flesh mind yet. Have you been born again? Are you taking up your cross? Your body's not your own. It's his life working through you. You've been bought with a price. Your life is no longer your own. I guess I'm going to have to break down and go to the doctor. Go get me some garlic. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to go get some garlic and smash it every day for 7 days. Put it in my food. Let it sit on the table for 10 minutes. And it's supposed to be a stronger antibiotic than anything they can give you. And we're going to test it. I've been sick for 2 weeks almost? I don't even know. But we're going to test the garlic. That's what I'm going here and do right now. Every day, I'm going to do 2 doses of garlic. Every day, every 12 hours. And if I have to put it on a piece of bread, just swallow it real quick. I will. Let's play the game. The game of life. When you look at a key, you're looking at yourself. You have the key. It's within you. All you have to do is turn it. When you look at an air freshener, you're looking at yourself. You can freshen the environment you're in by just changing the inner man and let the inner man, a renewed inner man, appear on the outside. That dark inner man comes out of your mouth and reveals that you have a dark heart. Why not change it? When you look at another person, you're looking at yourself. They just took a different path. They're not there yet. So when you see the code, you see outside the natural, and you see the code behind the natural, and that's the spirit. And if you're in the spirit, understanding, this place is a joke, really. Like all this is coded. You see that, and you just see a recloak. You just see I see black and white. I see black, white, and red. I see code in all this. I see code. When you look at these cards right here, what do you see? You just see a bunch of cards. I see a series, a sequence, copies, copy machine following after Christ. I see time travel. I see that every day and every moment is the same. But you don't see that because you're in the flesh mind and ignorant. And your ignorance keeps you fighting amongst each other, comparing yourself amongst each other, instead of stepping out of your own little small world. You just only see your world, and nobody can help you because you think you've arrived. But once you see the code, you know there's a lot more to learn each day, you know. But your pride in your little box is blocking you from seeing deeper truth.